Good morning, everybody. Welcome on out to the Try Hard Podcast, season 2, episode 5.
Who cares?
Alpha version 6.
Prime.
When you say who cares, people care.
Yeah, okay.
Don't diminish it.
No, who cares what episode number it is?
People care about that stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's important. Okay, so this is the try. We said, hey, we do try hard. We've been saying this for months.
Yeah.
For literally years. We do try hard all the time.
Yes.
Like 3 times a day over on Twitch. So we said, hey, let's just do what we've always done and call it try hard because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So
we do these build streams on the channel, and like I build Gunpla, and we sit here and we talk, and it's exactly like try hard in every possible way.
But
except we're not sitting on the chairs.
And it's not called try hard.
Yeah, it's not called try hard.
So we're gonna call this try hard, and it's the exact same cast, the exact same people doing the exact same thing, just without a couch.
Yeah, and you'll see my hands doing this on the side.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, which we're recording for, and you hate the side by side, just say you hate it in the comments, and we'll not do it next time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see, because we're just figuring this out. So I think we're gonna do this on Wednesday mornings. And kind of go from there.
Well, at least for 2 more Wednesday mornings, I guess.
Yeah.
Or 1 more if Twitch viewership is bombed out.
Smokey the
Only time will tell.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bear says the couch was a big part of it.
Oh,
well,
was it?
If the couch was really a big part of it, Smokey, then we're doing a horrible job.
Go just look at. We'll just add B-roll of Nebraska Furniture Mart.
If I'll tell you this, if the couch is a big part of it, then come watch our other 14 streams we do where we're on a couch throughout the week.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube and you're watching and you miss the couch, man.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Stupid Oni.
Stupid-Oni.
Uh-oh. With $50 donation.
Wow.
No message. Stupid Oni loves to build streams. He's gonna support that shit.
Yes. Nice.
As you know, if you don't know, the only reason we did Try Hard for like another year was because it was sponsored. Rooster Teeth, whenever we were with them, their sales team got us awesome sponsorships for Try Hard. And other than that, this will make no money on YouTube.
Yes.
So make sure you come over to Twitch.
We'll
and,
actually probably lose money.
Thanks, Havoc. But yeah, we'll in fact lose money on YouTube. How's that?
We'll certainly lose subscribers.
Yes.
Yeah, because anytime we post anything on YouTube, our subscribers just go.
No matter what we put on there, if
Yeah.
it's like the best thing in the world, it's still people.
Yeah,
leave.
and that's okay. That's okay
Yeah.
because we're fine. So,
But let's.
K Rule says, can we make this the longest podcast ever with OTs? I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to do it, let's do it.
We'll certainly hang out.
Yeah, I would love to finish this now.
Like, I guess that's a good thing. If you are watching us on YouTube, you probably don't know what this bar is up here.
Yeah, this is our bar. This is our bar.
This is our bar. It's a bar. We got a lot coming up. So this bar, that reminds me of something. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But the bar itself is our health bar. That's you can come watch this show live on Wednesdays, at least through September, and help contribute through your subs, bits, and direct donations, and then all the little health gets chipped off.
Yeah, we would have gone the way of just about everybody else in the Let's Play family if we didn't have this bar right here.
Yes.
This is thanks to you guys' support. No shade.
No shade at all.
No shade
None
intended.
at all.
No, that's
None
just
at
the
all.
God
No
honest
shade,
truth.
no shade intended.
Yeah.
But like this bar is the reason we're still here. People on YouTube, they always say, "How is this channel still alive with low viewership?" It's like, yeah, because we're over here on Twitch and you guys support us with bits, donations, and subs. So yeah, that bar up there is our lifeline, and we kill it all the time. Speaking of lifeline, YouTube might be excited to know about the potential return of something special.
Uh-oh. Well, while Bolen is
As
going
Shaun
away,
disappears into the darkness.
let me let you know this episode of the Try Hard Podcast is brought to you by you and nobody else. So thank you so much for your support and popping in and ready to go.
It's good to hear you say that again.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's good. Thank you. There's our September overtime goals right here. Right now we're currently sitting at 27. Oh, Havoc, you crazy son of a bitch.
What's an OT goal?
An overtime goal is if we ever get overtime in a stream, we count them up throughout the month. And as we gain more and more, hopefully we unlock new and awesome, unique programming that we probably couldn't do without your help. So At 40 this month, we're going to do the flavor trip, which is not a physical trip. It's
No.
more or less a state of mind where we're going to be having all sorts of crazy-ass food and drink and having some sort of crazy berry or something. I don't know.
have no idea
I
what
guess
to
we'll
expect with that.
figure it out. We'll figure it out here in just a little bit.
Chase is giving us a pill that messes up our taste buds.
Nice. We're gonna have a pill. Weird.
Is it a red or blue pill?
And at 55, Mama Skistimus, my wife, is going to be teaching you how to cook amazing Halloween snacks for your Halloween parties and stuff.
I'm so used to saying Mama Sue, I almost said sweet Mama Skistimus. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
And then you would have heard Bolen hitting the ground after I punched him in the jaw.
You would have knocked him out for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Damn.
Don't talk about Mama Skistimus. And then at 70, we got Grayson's dream of going to Universal Studios, which Universal Studios Halloween Festival. I don't really know what it's called.
It's Halloween Horror Nights, and every year they always have unique mazes that you go through. The big ones this year are Ghostbusters and Us. So I'm super excited to go through the Ghostbusters maze just to see what all they put in there. Like they're supposed to have like Janine's desk and all that other stuff in there.
Oh,
as
cool,
well.
fun.
What about 2,000 subs? YouTube, pay attention. This part's for
I
y'all.
was gonna tell him that. I won't. You okay? So right now we're currently sitting at about 1,420 subs. It's September right now on Twitch. Meaning you can actually subscribe for half the usual dollar amount and support your boys and allow us to continue to do this for years and years and years. So if you like Tryhard, continue to support us with a subscription over on Twitch. Make sure you follow as well. Go to twitch.tv/GameAttackTeam and join us over there. Also, while I'm talking about it, if you have Amazon Prime, you want to come over and support your boys, you can do that too. You can just sync it up with your Twitch account, and you can subscribe for free, which is great, which a number of G1s do over here on Twitch.
Yeah.
So some have been subscribing for 16 months for free.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I want to say, if you take the time to comment, I miss Tryhard, come to Twitch and spend $2.50 to subscribe to the channel, because I don't know, it's like a video game. You like something, you vote with your wallets.
Yeah, or you use your free Amazon Prime that you're already paying for, and spend the exact same amount of time it took you to type out that comment.
Or you
to
do
come over.
both.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. It's all great. So, Havoc with 300 bits and the extra Subway bits. Listen, if you guys do use bits at any time throughout the presentation today, consider using the Subway emote, and we get an extra 10% of your bits.
The presentation?
Yeah, why not, right? Havoc with 300 more bits says, if you're watching on TV, these biddies are for you. Also, make sure to move to Twitch. Do it. It's in your blood, motherfucker.
Look,
There you
people
go.
donating bits with ads for Twitch.
Yeah, I love that. And Joe Can with 1,000 bits and the extra 100 bonus bits. That's an Joe Can used 1,000 bits, which is like $10, and then we got an extra $1 because he used a simple
Because he
emote.
used that emote.
Thank you so much, Joe.
I know.
Really appreciate that.
That Subway
is great.
sandwich, though.
I love talking about how much the Greenland Dock doesn't make in ad revenue.
You son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on real quick. Havoc said YouTube. I said TV. If you're
Okay.
watching on YouTube, these biddies are for you. Also, make sure to move to Twitch. Sorry, Havoc. I misread that. Yes.
We have already, in the past couple of minutes, made more than like 300% of what the Greenland Dock made in
It's
YouTube
true.
ad
Yes.
revenue.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
still blows my mind that only has like,
Would
what,
you like me to tell you
5,000?
the exact dollar
Yeah,
amount?
I'm imagining
Yeah.
it's $26, $27.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it
say-
jumped up.
I'm going to say it's $24.32.
I'll tell you that here. This is.
I got you.
We're currently sitting at nearly 7,000 views. 7,000 views. Let me pull this up real quick. In the last 28 days, that Greenland documentary has made $2.06
Oh wow.
Damn. I was way off.
How long has it been up on YouTube?
for its lifetime.
Ooh.
Oh, it has made $36.60.
Damn.
Let's go.
I was close.
Let's go.
Big money. Hey, all three of us go eat Wendy's on that. Nuggets only.
That
Nugget-
doc cost
Nuggets only.
$15,000.
Yeah. Luckily, most of it was funded through overtimes, of course. but
Hey,
yeah,
it's a dope documentary.
just to
though.
go on the trip, it was that much.
Yeah.
But like,
off the cross says it's not really about the money, right? It is about feeding my children. So yeah, absolutely it is.
I mean, a lot of it is. I mean,
Well, no, I mean
baseline,
that's why
like-
we stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right, because we can survive and live, and we want to. That's the best way for us to foster this community and grow and have this one-to-one reaction with you guys, and you guys know how things are going. It allows us to do fun things and entertain you on a day-to-day basis, and that's why we're doing it. So, anyways, That's Try Hard in its new format. We're going to sit here and talk for a while and continue
Yeah.
to continue. And it's like, as we've always said, it's about transparency. It's about
Yeah,
transparency.
true.
And we thought it's $36.60. And singing songs. Oh, we may get flagged for Grayson's songs.
Oh, yeah, we might. Oh, no. I hope we do.
So
I hope we do get flagged.
If they think I sound as good as Hinder, that's worth it.
As good as Hinder.
That's right.
Let's talk about the things that are as good as Hinder.
Well, let me let you know that Essless used 1,000 bits. It says the time of the couch is over. Time for individual chairs now. Thank you, Essless. With the extra 100 Subway bonus bits.
We got the couch back there.
Oh, yeah, it's just right there.
Yeah.
Havoc with 2004 bits. And the extra 200 bonus bits says, YouTubers, the lips of a Greyson song is for you.
That's so sweet.
Lips of a Grangel.
Can I get some thank you Havocs in the comments for for that magic right there?
Nice.
Are you peeking in on my cam?
I don't want this right here. I want to be able to see. I can't see that over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do
Yeah.
what you got to
I
do.
couldn't see any of the chat.
Well, then you move it.
I have it
Yeah,
right
dude.
here, though.
Okay.
Oh,
I noticed I have a laptop right here.
Oh, well, thanks. That's awesome. Just like that, we're 3 hearts down.
Did you hear him go dad mode on me?
Well,
Did you move it?
Then you move it, son.
No, Dad. I will not.
Oh, my God. Green Lantern, no, we're not streaming on YouTube right now. This will
Nope.
be posted to YouTube later on.
True.
And, yeah, so it's good. Once
As
again,
a video. Pop-up video. Do y'all remember that on
Dude,
VH1?
I dude, can we
love
talk?
pop-up video.
let's go.
God,
Let's
pop-up
go.
video
My
was the-
God, coming back.
The best.
Slap hands. Slap
All the hands.
Pop-up video.
Man,
Oh, man.
that used to be my routine, was watching pop-up video, and then I love the 80s. Back to
love
back.
the
The 80s strikes back.
Mhm. And they
Yeah.
have all of them, all of them are on YouTube now, starting from the 70s. I think they went all the way up
Are
to
they
the
really?
2000s. Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're
how
like
great is
really
that?
bad quality, but they're there.
Ooh, here we go. Listen to this.
You doing the pop-up video?
Hold on. This is the intro.
Nice.
Yeah, all right, Wes.
Thanks, Wes.
Thanks, Wes.
Let's see.
Oh, I love the 80s.
Uh-huh.
We got a full minute-long intro here.
Is that Strikes Back or OG?
I don't know.
The 80s. Love the 80s.
God, that show's so good.
I love.
Man.
Man, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
Golly.
I remember I used to watch pop-up video and I was watching the Brady Bunch, and one of the pop-ups what's Brady's name? Papa Brady.
Not Wayne.
Not Wayne Brady. No. what's the Brady's dad's
I don't
name?
know. Esther?
Greg?
No, that's the oldest brother.
Tom?
No,
Not Tom Brady.
I know this because
George Brady.
I was just watching
I
the
think it
thing
is
about.
George.
No, it's not George. I was just
it's not John.
I was just watching the thing about the. Do you see they're renovating the Brady house?
Oh,
Have
really?
you heard about this?
Tom.
It's not
Everybody-
Tom Brady.
I think it is Tom.
It's not Jesus Brady.
Good
Tech
old
Dragon.
Jesus Brady.
What's it? Okay, Mr. Brady. It's
Bob?
not Bob Brady. Is it Bob? It's not Bob.
Mike Brady.
Yeah, Mike Brady.
Mike Brady.
It was-
Mike Brady.
We were off the
he's-
whole time.
He's in his den and he talks to Greg and he pulls a wallet out of his back pocket and it popped up on pop-up video. Wallets in the rear pocket can lead to back pain later in life. And like I don't know why I've just retained that specific
There's certain
pop-up
things.
video.
I feel like you've told me that in particular.
Yeah, I probably
like, you're
have.
Like, hey, you shouldn't put that in your back.
We've only been doing this for like 6 years at this
Yeah.
point. Man, can we talk about the Brady Bunch movie real quick?
Yeah, then I want to talk
I
about
don't know
the Brady, all the Brady stuff that's going on.
Okay, cool.
But first, I want to let you know Wes Ryan's directly donated $4.69. Thank you, Wes. For
I don't think I've ever
helping
seen that
sponsor
movie.
this episode.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever seen the Brady Bunch movie.
Oh, man.
I thought you were gonna say the Brady Bunch. Period.
I don't think honestly, I don't think I've ever seen the Brady Bunch.
I think.
What?
Okay. What?
I don't think I've ever watched an episode of the Brady Bunch. I know stuff that happens. Like I know I don't even know the Brady's names.
Oh my God.
Like now that I think about it.
Here's
Honestly,
Marsha.
I know about like
Marsha,
Marsha-
Jan, Cindy,
Greg.
Mike, Carol, Greg, Peter, Bobby.
The only reason I know about some of the stuff is because of that 70s show and seeing a trailer for the Brady Bunch movie and one of them getting hit in the face with a football.
Okay, so the Brady.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Bring the music down.
Da-da.
Oh.
Okay. Da-da, da-da, da. Here's the story. And Alice, don't forget Alice. Yeah, the maid. The servant who lives there for free. So, the Brady Bunch movie is, in my opinion, the most unique movie ever made.
Really?
I discovered it this weekend, or I rediscovered it this weekend. It's one of my favorite movies. Like, I love the Brady Bunch movie. So the Brady Bunch movie is definitely in the spirit of Wayne's World, Coneheads, I guess like Night of the Roxbury.
Do you know who directed it?
I don't remember who directed it.
Look that
But
up.
the Brady Bunch movie is such a 90s movie in that it pulls from nostalgia, but it puts this 90s spin on it. The Brady Bunch movie's premise is literally, what if you took the Brady Bunch from the 70s, picked up their house, their universe, their personalities, their clothes, and you dumped them in 1996.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And they act the exact same, pay attention to this part, Gray. They act the exact same as they do in the 70s in 1996.
Uh-huh.
Like grunge era rock.
Yeah.
And they're still dressed up like in disco clothes and shit.
And somehow they make it.
Yeah, and somehow they make it.
I see
like,
Gary Cole is the dad.
Yeah,
that
Gary
already
Cole,
has me
yeah.
interested in it. Yeah.
So like Mike Brady is an architect in the show, right?
Uh-huh.
But in the Brady Bunch movie, it's all about how he designed the house with his bare hand because he built their own house.
Uh-huh.
And there's 3 different sections of the movie where he's showing new designs to prospective buyers, and it's literally just the Brady house with a sign for whatever business he's building for the client.
Yeah.
So the premise is that they owe like $20,000 in back taxes on the house, and the kids have to find ways to raise money to save their dad's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
While he's trying to sell designs, and they're all the fucking same, right? Mm-hmm. But the Brady Bunch movie is magic for this reason. I discovered it this weekend when I was watching it. My lit Critin theory mind from college kind of went into overdrive right here. Mm-hmm. But the Brady Bunch movie is a time capsule of the 70s, the late 60s and 70s, through the eyes of the 90s. So you get the perspective of what 90s like pop culture thought about the 70s. But it's just as long now as it was when the Brady Bunch movie was made.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it would be like if we took today and brought somebody from the 90s and brought them into 2019.
Yeah, So not only are we watching the 90s view of the Bradys, we're also watching our own view of the 90s.
Well, it's the stereotypical view of the 90s.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
exactly.
It's crazy to look at like the box office on this movie because I always get curious about that,
Sure.
especially nowadays. So it was made on a $12 million budget, right? It brought in, its opening weekend was 14 mil, and it ended up grossing 46 mil.
Okay.
Nowadays, that would be a failure.
Yeah,
They
sure.
would think that movie is a complete failure.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, it's just so funny because, like, it's just cool to see it. It's like wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
Well, they made a sequel
watch
to
the show.
that too, didn't they?
They did, and it wasn't as
Well,
it wasn't as good. It was,
As Nero Mustache says, it's self-aware. It is very self-aware.
oh yeah. There's a joke where RuPaul plays the guidance counselor, and I posted to Twitter on this. And Jan goes to the office.
Oh, that's where you got that.
Yeah, Jan
from.
goes
Okay.
to talk to her, and the guidance counselor is like, "What's wrong, Jan? Are you dealing with some problems? Are you bulimia, teen pregnancy, suicide?" And Jan goes, "No, it's my stupid glasses."
Yeah.
So it's like the 90s making fun of this totally 70s sitcom problem, and it's I don't know, it's just so funny. I love it.
It's great. It's pretty awesome. So I was actually watching. It's weird that the Brady Bunch has become such a topical thing the last couple days for us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I was watching. So I don't know if you saw early last year, there was the Brady Bunch house went up for sale after
Okay.
the owner died,
Okay, yeah, I did see that.
and it was like they listed it for like $1.6 million, something like that.
Okay.
Right? Maybe it was like, I don't know, whatever it was. And this is out in California. And, you know, it's like, okay, I think the lady said, we listed it as like, you know, kind of a premium because we thought, hey, maybe somebody would want to live here. And then they just got like flooded with offers, right?
Okay.
And
Did it drive the price up?
there was they said they were receiving 500 offers a day.
Jesus.
500, or at least 500
Yeah.
calls a day or something like that. So they're getting nonstop bombardment over the Brady Bunch house. And the thing I always heard was Lance Bass from NSYNC bought it, right? He went in and bought it, but someone swooped in and bought it under Lance Bass's feet or hands or whatever the hell.
Okay.
You know, they swooped in. And it was, if you're not on microphone, you can't talk,
Yeah,
Parker.
so shut
the
up.
fuck up.
God.
It was HGTV. swooped in and
Who the fuck
purchased
is
it.
HG? Is that Home Garden?
Yeah,
TV?
yeah. Everybody knows HGTV. Yeah, it's like, yeah. If you have a wife, you know.
You don't watch
HGTV.
HGTV?
No.
Yeah.
I don't have cable.
It's okay. I don't have cable either, but I use my father-in-law's login.
Nice.
So what's
Nice.
up?
Nice.
Yeah, what's up? So they came in and bought it for $3.5 million.
Sweet. And this is the exterior.
Yes,
the
this
house
is-
doesn't look like that. On
This
the
is
inside.
not the interior.
Yeah.
This is strictly the exterior because their actual house was on a soundstage.
Yeah.
So they bought it, and they've now created a series built around where they brought in like 3 of their top teams, and they are redoing the Brady Bunch house. They bought the actual Brady Bunch house, and they're putting the real Brady Bunch house inside of it.
Oh man, that's awesome.
And like in the entire like all the bricks, all the 70s. It's like it's built to be a time
It
capsule.
is very odd that y'all are both like going after the Brady Bunch right now.
What's
All this
crazy?
is happening.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the fact that Sean is watching the movie and that you know all this is just mind blowing to me.
Yeah, it's awesome. Green Lantern says, clip it that Craig's stealing cable. You kidding me? I know you're using your mom's Netflix login, Green Lantern.
Yeah.
But so it's it's pretty awesome, right? But so they have all these logistical nightmares of like the real house in the Brady Bunch house. There's this iconic stairway that takes you up to the second level. There's no second level in the real house, right? So
Okay.
they actually have to go down into and they have to. So the house is not going to be laid out like the actual Brady Bunch house, but they're putting all these rooms, and they had to build a 2,000-foot square addition to the back of the house. And I only watched probably the first 45 minutes of it, but they brought all the Brady kids in to give them their expertise of like, how was this? What was this like?
That's awesome.
And
It'd
it's
be like bringing in Jamie Lee Curtis to rebuild the interior of a Halloween house.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I know you would.
Like with all the construction that's going on. I was talking to my wife, and she's like, "What do you think the budget is for this series?"
A lot.
Yeah, I said, I was like, probably $15 million.
Easily.
You know, with all the construction done in California, all the build out,
I
all
can
the demolition.
only freaking imagine that.
It's in.
What's the show called?
I think it's called like a very Brady renovation or something. Yeah, it's on HGTV, but it's nuts. So, Super Sentai Hero says, I live in my sister's basement in a van down by the river. Not by the Brady's house though. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that
there
much.
it is. Like I just typed in "a very" and it popped up.
Yep, it's pretty popular right now. It's
On TV soon.
yeah, it's good.
It's so hot right now.
It is. They had the first episode on Monday, and I watched it last night. It was good. Pineapple Pizza Hater, thanks so much for resubbing Tier 1, 14 months. Says, yo, 14? Yes. As always, since we are live, we do have the chat up here, and we encourage you guys to interact with us because we will be reading them. That's the beauty of doing this live. And
Yep.
And so yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Sage Ray says, board game stream hype. Yes, that is actually this afternoon as well. We have the board game stream at 4 o'clock, which is exciting. And
What are you laughing at?
I just looked up. I was just trying to see if I could find a cast, and one of the main articles from USA Today goes, Brady Bunch cast on HGTV's renovation of the Brady house. They paid way too much.
that's a quote. They paid way too much.
That's awesome. Oh, I
good
love
stuff.
news articles nowadays.
Yeah. Well, how much do they pay though? That's the question.
Let's find out.
I'm very, very intrigued by that. Yeah. I mean, just buying a house that was listed at $1.6 million or 1.9, whatever it was.
Out
and
from
then-
under somebody.
Well, Lance Bass of all that. How do you think Lance Bass felt?
Yeah, that's what they're
What-
saying. That,
what if HGTV
against the likes of Lance Bass, the house was listed for 1.8 mil.
Okay.
What if
Gee.
HGTV just really fucking hated Lance Bass?
They're like, well,
They didn't
They
even.
just went after him.
Yeah, they just cancel his ass. Buy that Brady house out from under him.
you know what to do.
Yeah.
HGTV. Cancel Lance Bass. Oh my God, that's funny.
Just some super sweet guy. Like,
You find anything in there?
Not
Do a
yet.
little research.
That's what I'm doing right now, yeah.
But I am excited to see kind of what it's going to look like because it's going to look exactly like it.
yeah, I'm
So-
sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be crazy. Havoc, you know we're reading the chat. You know that. But yeah, if you guys have any topics you want us to talk about today as well, I mean, that's the beauty of this thing. Hey, what do you guys think about this? Whatever, right? But yeah, that's kind of been my TV watching recently. And you know what else I watched? A movie that I didn't really like the first time I saw it, but now I love it.
What's that?
Hot Rod.
I
Oh my
love Hot Rod.
Hot Rod is
The movie is incredible.
Hot Rod is absolutely stunning.
It's
the last great
It
raw
says,
comedy
from what this is saying
of
right
our
now,
time.
they're saying $2 million
$2 million for what?
for the Brady house.
To renovate?
Oh no, just to buy it. They haven't done anything about renovation
No,
yet.
it's for
They're not
2.5.
putting out the renovation yet because I don't think they're done with it.
Oh, I
So,
think it's all done. I think it is. Because they started it late last year.
yeah.
So either way, go watch the very Brady renovation.
If that's your cup of tea.
Yeah. But man, Hot Rod, dude, I'll tell you what. Fanboy Brian says, "Hi, I'm Fanboy Brian, and I like to party."
There you go.
I'm Craig, and I like to party.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and I like to party.
I'm Shaun, and I like to party.
Should we open all tryhards like that? Oh man, that's awesome. But yeah, that was really fascinating stuff.
Everybody, there you go, PJ. With that smooth transition. Let's go.
Like that.
Gonna get a flag for copyright on YouTube. Oh, I guess it's another 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Look at that music that's blaring right there over our voices. Wow.
But everybody in Hot Rod is fantastic too. That's what's so awesome about it. Is they're all hilarious in that movie.
CJ Blackthorn directly donated $19.47. Says, "Want to talk about something smooth?" No, not at all.
I love even Will Arnett as the villain at the end. Babe, no.
Yeah.
Babe, no, babe, God, no, babe, no, babe.
There's a line in it that's really subtle. It's just like a one-off line. Who's the radio announcer? What's his name?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking
But
about. Yeah.
he's in Anchorman too. I
Yes.
can never remember his damn name though.
So the radio announcer is talking, and it's right after Rod jumps the buses,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, "We have raised $50,000. Or Rod has raised $50,000 for his father's conveniently priced surgery."
Yeah, yeah.
And it's such a great line.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I love the too legit, and now I'm unlegit.
Unlegit.
Therefore, I must quit.
No. It's so funny, and it's such a Lonely Island movie.
Oh yeah,
It's
100%.
so great.
Although the other one's not in it, it's just got two of them.
He is.
Is he?
Yeah, he has a cameo in it, but he directs it.
Oh, he directed
Yeah,
it.
he
I did not
directed
know
it.
that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I know he's
Yorma-
in Pop Star.
Yeah, Yorma, Akiva, and Andy Samberg. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I've been watching Lonely Island since like long time
Yeah, I remember
ago.
seeing them like their skits on SNL. I remember their digital.
Oh
shorts
man,
and
I was
stuff
watching
that
them on
they had.
YouTube. Like,
But I didn't know that they had. I didn't even know they were doing YouTube stuff until way later on.
Oh, yeah.
I suck at this one. I don't know what it is, but I suck at this build. I might have to go to something easier.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so much faster than this usually, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I think the instructions are bad or something.
we're just like,
Yeah, stop.
Just let Craig take over.
Stop it. Those are precious.
yeah, plastic.
Those are very important pieces of plastic.
Yeah, good plastic pieces.
I don't know what it is. But yeah, Hot Rod, like even the Footloose callbacks and
Oh god, that forest scene is so
yeah,
good.
there's just that pommel horse out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
He's like, this is perfect.
The
green.
obvious stunt man that takes over.
Yeah,
I
he just
think-
smokes a cigarette.
I think that's the last comedy movie that I was like in tears from laughing at.
Yeah,
I can't remember another movie after that that I just.
I think
laughed that
Game
hard.
Night. I laughed.
Game Night is good.
Game Night.
Game
is
Night's pretty good.
Super fun.
I'm trying to think if there's any jokes in Hot Rod that would be labeled today as inappropriate.
Oh, there's probably some in there.
And I'm trying to think through it because I just watched it, and I don't.
It's a pretty safe one.
It is pretty safe. It's
Yeah.
just like stupid humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one would say it's almost timeless, if you will.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I've been drinking Mountain Dew all goddamn day.
You're bringing the demons out of me.
I will
This
take
is my
tea.
hat now.
This is my hat. That's my hat now.
I will tell you this: he
man.
plays like the same character in everything he does, but it's funny.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
it's like
Except for Alien Covenant. He does
He
not play
cries
the
like
same.
a baby.
Never seen
it's-
that.
He is incredible in Alien Covenant.
Danny
yes.
McBride?
Yes.
When are we gonna watch Aliens?
I don't know. I don't
God,
know.
you haven't seen Aliens?
No, I've seen Alien.
I'm trying to get him to watch it since
Look
like
at that face.
2014. I know.
What the fuck? I
He
didn't
saw.
know
I
that.
watched Alien with him for the first time before our Alien Isolation playthrough a long time ago.
Oh my God, we got to set that up.
It's so Craig too.
I know that is a
I
Craig
look
movie.
forward to checking it out
Yeah.
sometime. I
You've
don't
seen
know.
Predator, right?
Yeah, I've seen Predator.
Have you seen Predator 2?
I don't know. Maybe what's in it? What happens?
Danny Glover's in it.
I don't know.
It takes place in. It's in L.A. isn't it,
No,
Sean?
that I haven't. I've only seen the
Yeah,
Jungle
it's in
one.
Los Angeles.
Man, it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's good.
That's
Atomic
very
Override
shocking.
resub at tier 1, 15 months. Says, here you go, my 15 months. And Craig, how have you not loved Hot Rod from the start?
So what was the issue?
I think I saw it when I saw it. It was like
It's very different.
no. I love that humor though.
Mm-hmm.
I adore that humor.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was released in like 2006.
Was it really 06?
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where maybe 09. I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's in that area. Like,
But I remember seeing it, and I
07,
think it
you were
was so
close.
hyped.
Mhm.
I think it was so hyped that I was like, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Just kind of one of those things. But
Not my hot rod.
but yeah, but going back and watching it now, it was really really funny.
that's how it was with Napoleon Dynamite. I hated that movie the first time I watched it.
I've always loved that since.
And then I went back and watched it again and loved it. And the same with Step Brothers. I didn't like Step Brothers the first time I saw it either.
Man,
The only really reason I ever tolerated Napoleon Dynamite because it got ass out. I got ass out of it.
I think you told the story before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened? I'm sorry.
Nothing. It's just like
Catch us
all the
up?
girls liked Napoleon Dynamite and I hated it, but I said I liked it, so make out with
give
them
me
and
some of your
stuff.
ties.
So girls got with you because you liked Napoleon Dynamite?
No, but it was just easier
Like,
to
what
like.
kind of school is that?
It's easier to just be like, yeah, I like it. It's fine. I love it. Oh, yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's a conversation piece for an immature 16-year-old Sean.
I totally watched Napoleon Dynamite. I love that movie.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, Step Brothers though. There's so many great scenes in that as well.
Step Brothers is probably one of my like top 3 all-time favorite comedies. Man, it is so fucking.
My favorite Will Ferrell is still Talladega Nights.
I
I love Talladega
I
Nights.
think Talladega's aged really bad. Personally.
Love it so much.
I think Will Ferrell just as a whole, for me, it's Ron Burgundy because he does it all the time, and it's like he almost is living Ron Burgundy.
Oh,
now. He
yeah.
has his podcast and he'll do appearances and stuff.
He's always. I think he shows up on. Does he come on the Ocho? Is that when he always shows up on ESPN, or does he just come in randomly?
I think he just randomly comes in when he.
Because
Has
I know
something to
sometimes they
promote.
give him like the day.
But they, he went to a Dodgers game and he called
Yeah.
it a Dodgers game, or
He was at the Bieber roast. He showed
Yeah.
up as Ron Burgundy to that.
It's great, man. It's great. It's pretty awesome. I love it. Lamb Chop says, do a Lego building stream.
We have.
Lamb Chop, I love that you're here, but if you're here for what we're building, you're probably here for the wrong reasons. Like,
We have. Like
honestly,
we started off doing those.
I would love to just build a big old pile of shit, and be like, there's the build stream, because
don't take it from me. Come on.
no, I'm gonna take it.
No.
You poop, Grayson poop, all poop.
Yeah, we
I'll-
built the
I'll build
gigantic.
it all together.
Wow.
Just a big old poop.
It's like the
bucket.
close
Show
encounters
him.
with
Bring the
potatoes.
Porsche.
I got
Get the Porsche.
Go get it.
Get the Porsche and fucking
Get
show
the
him.
Porsche.
Show him the Porsche. You want a Lego stream? How about that? I'm like, Peter, you want a Lego stream? I'm like, Peter from the Brady Bunch. You want a Lego stream? I got you, Lego stream.
And by the way, this is not a build stream. This is the Triad Podcast, episode 7,600.
It's okay. Just bring it in. Bring it in the main camera. You want a Lego stream? Look at that.
How about this?
Look at that.
Look at this motherfucker.
Oh,
you
yeah.
want Legos?
Oh, yeah.
Look how big that is. Look at
Oh,
that.
man.
Oh, luggage inside, son.
Look at that.
Well, luggage inside, son. Wow. Look at that luggage.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
We spent 6 months building that
Wow.
freaking monster. Craig got it for me for my birthday or something like that.
I sure did.
That was super sweet.
Mm-hmm. That was a parting
It's got
gift.
actual shocks.
It does. Real suspension.
I'm pulling the camera. Bring it. There we go. And then
Right
bring
here.
it down. There we go. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Good job, Parker.
Bring in
Nice.
just a tiny bit. Just a smidgen. In just a smidgen.
So something
Right
else I was watching. I don't know if you guys are a fan of the 30 for 30s. Do you guys know the 30 for 30s?
watched a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot. Not
They-
recently,
They had
though.
a new one on Dennis Rodman last night.
Oh, I bet you that one's good.
It is. So, it's one of those things where you think you know somebody from the outside, and a lot of people go like, "Well, I just really didn't know that about Dennis Rodman."
Yeah.
But everything you think that you know about Dennis Rodman is probably accurate. Like,
Okay.
Well, they go over a lot of his in
Yeah.
the Bad Boys of basketball or whatever that one was called.
well, let me give you the cliff notes real quick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Dennis Rodman woke up. He was born, and he was born in Dallas, and he lived in South Oak Cliff, which is, at the time it was kind of like the hood, and his dad left him, and he grew up with his mom and his two sisters. His mom and two sisters dressed him up, or his sisters dressed him up because they played with him and stuff. And he was very, he didn't really have a father figure. He, so he always, he was just kind of cool, just like whatever.
Yeah.
But he was very introverted, right?
Yeah.
So he goes through high school, gets in trouble, works at DFW Airport, gets thrown in jail for stealing some watches, and he was stealing watches to essentially give to somebody, right?
To give for free?
To give. Yeah, he wanted people to like him. That was the thing.
Oh,
he was very introverted, and
probably because of the dad stuff, I bet.
So he ends up going to play at a junior college. Gets kicked off the team after a semester because he just doesn't want to focus on school. Then he goes and he ends up, as he finished up high school, he was 5'9".
Really?
And after high school, he grew 11 inches.
That's what happened with Scottie Pippen,
9.
too.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen got to, I think, 6'8" in college or something like that.
So he grew to 6'8". And then as he was growing, this little tiny NAIA school, which is not NCAA, it's like this lower version of that, and in Oklahoma, is like, hey, you want to come play basketball for us? We'll pay for your education. And while he's there, he meets up with this like white family that he really has a bond to. Specifically, he's like a 21-year-old black guy, and he becomes friends with a 13-year-old little white boy, right? So it's like this odd couple type thing, right? And the boy, the 13-year-old white boy, had literally he met him at a basketball camp, and he had 6 months earlier the boy had killed his friend on accident on a hunting trip.
Oh my God.
And so they were both like really introverted, so they kind of gravitated to each other, right?
Okay.
So he goes and he essentially lives with this family, and they love him, treat him like one of the sons, whatever. And his mom, who kicked him out of his house in South Oak Cliff because he was kind of a bum for more or less, she's like, you need to get the hell out of here. His mom really starts to resent this family, and because she sees them and all the pictures and stuff, and him and Dennis Rodman and his mom have a really strained relationship. And Dennis Rodman, pretty much with anybody, has a strained relationship, right? He doesn't know how to love, and he just wants to be loved.
Okay.
I guess that's the best way to describe Dennis Rodman. So he's a super successful as a college basketball player. He goes out and becomes an All-American. And they're like, hey, Dennis, you're an All-American. And he's like, what's that? He has no idea what an All-American is, right? And they're like, you're one of the best in the country. And he's like, oh, awesome. So now what? So then he goes and he plays for the Detroit Pistons. They pull him in there, and it like fits him to a T. Detroit Pistons, bad boys. It's all about passion,
Yeah, it is.
camaraderie. And he's got Chuck Daly, who's his coach, and him and Chuck Daly, like Chuck Daly is like his dad, right?
Okay.
And throughout this first experience in the NBA, and Dennis Rodman does not get that the NBA is a business. He's just out there busting his butt, doing his thing.
Okay.
And sure enough, they win a couple championships, and everyone's got each other's backs. They love each other. And he then, some players get traded. Chuck Daly moves on after a year or so, and Dennis Rodman can't take it. He just doesn't understand what's happening, right? And at this point,
I bet it's more like abandonment issues.
Well, yeah. So, and he kind of talks about this, right?
Yeah.
At this point, Chuck Daly's left. His head coach has left. His mother kicked him out. He had gotten married a few years previously, and he couldn't keep up with it. So his wife leaves him. Takes his daughter, right, at the time. And I didn't even know he had a daughter, right? This is from like 1987. Right?
Yeah.
So his daughter is now old, and his daughter now has a daughter. So he's now a grandfather. But the long and short of it is, he doesn't know how to handle it. Then he goes to San Antonio, and he uses this as a new platform, new springboard to kind of become the Dennis Rodman everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
The tattooed, piercing,
recreating
crazy hair.
himself, developing a persona, that kind of thing.
And that's where he starts going to like he starts hanging out with like and this is like the mid 90s at the time, 93, 94, 95.
When he's with the Spurs.
When he's with the Spurs. Yeah. So he starts going to like gay clubs, right? And he starts hanging out with gay people. And he's like, I'm not gay, but they accept me for being crazy and flamboyant, so I'm going to hang out with them. And at the time, it was like, you can't do that, right?
Yeah, of course.
But he's like, kind of like, F you, this is what I'm going to do, and these people like me for me, I think, you know. And this is where he dresses in the wedding dress, and he writes his book, and he comes down in New York and stuff. And
he's in Double Team with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep.
And well, so they actually talk about that where Demolition Man had came out.
Yeah, with Simon Phoenix. Is it Simon Phoenix?
Yep, Simon Phoenix.
With Wesley Snipes and his blonde hair.
Yeah. So he modeled when Wesley Snipes had the blonde hair. The first day he became a Spur, that's the first time he'd colored his hair, and he modeled it after Wesley Snipes' Demolition Man.
Smart.
And he kind of saw it as his like, I'm here. This is me.
Yeah.
And he gets on the mic and he says something to the effect of like, I don't care if you like me or hate me, but I'm going to ball or something like that, you know? And that's pretty much all he says and goes out and does his thing. So the Pistons thing ends, and he gets traded to the Spurs, and then he gets traded from the Spurs to the Bulls, and that's where all the magic happens. Blah 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 blah. And after that, the whole time he's just like a raging alcoholic. Like he is a walking miracle that he is able to live.
Well, yeah,
right?
he was on that Dr. Drew show, the celebrity rehab show.
Yeah, Michael Jordan was talking about how he would go out and he would stay up till like 5 or 6 in the morning, and then wake up and go to practice the next morning and be like a fucking gazelle. I think that was his words. He ran like a gazelle.
Well, he also did that stuff with WCW too. Like, he was freaking
they
all
didn't
over the place,
even touch on that,
which is crazy.
oh my gosh! But
how long was that? Because for me, that was like
a year.
It was almost like an era.
Yeah, like
I think it was a few months. Yeah,
it was because he had the thing to where he just came out, and then they had the feud with Hulk Hogan and him, and then Karl Malone and DDP.
Yeah,
and then they had the freaking Jay Leno thing too. Mm-hmm. So he was there for probably about half a year.
But the underlying story to all this, and he said, I was watching an interview with him that he did, and he said he hasn't actually seen the documentary, but he can tell you what the documentary is about. Is that he just wants to be liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just wants acceptance. Mm-hmm. And it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's like the saddest fucking thing in the world. And the last line of the documentary is something to the effect of like, because they talk about him going to North Korea and how much slack he got from people, and but like the last line of it of the entire doc is like, I'm one of the most 10 recognizable people in the world, and you think that'd make me happy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And he kind of sits there and he kind of starts breaking down. And it was like, man, whew, it was rough, dude. So, Jordan talks about how he didn't think he didn't think he'd make it to 40. You know, and
why?
Because he went so hard.
Okay. Jordan talking about Rodman.
So
So I thought Jordan was saying he didn't think he would make it.
No, Jordan didn't think Rodman would make it to 40.
Yeah.
I think my favorite 30 for 30 is about not the Bulls, but the Celtics and the Lakers. That whole setup that they do is one of my favorite 30 for 30s.
I like the one about the freak athlete that his dad was like pushing him really hard. The college athlete.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure. The quarterback for USC.
Yeah. His name started with an M. The Raiders one.
Marinovic.
Marinovic.
Are you talking about whenever the Raiders went to L.A.?
Yeah, when the Raiders went to L.A. and how the Raiders influenced hip hop culture and stuff. That Ice Cube made that one.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess. Anyways, welcome on out to the Tryhard Podcast once again. It's kind of weird to say that, but this is the Tryhard Podcast. It's not a build stream. Don't think of it like that. It's the Tryhard Podcast because we're doing the exact same thing. If you guys are enjoying this over on YouTube and you made it this far, consider coming over to Twitch and hitting the follow button, twitch.tv/GameAttackTeam. You can find the link in the description. This episode is brought to you by you, so we appreciate your support. We are 4 hearts down in the health bar. We'll extend the stream out a little bit, maybe, if we get that killed. Hopefully we can.
I want to see YouTube cheering on the G1s donating during the stream to get them more content.
That's right, baby.
Retroactively. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
That light just popped on right there.
Yep, there it is.
Aggravated damage. Thanks so much for the host. Appreciate that. But yeah, man, it's fun. It's good stuff. Critical says, I am legit looking at this as Tryhard 117. Sure.
Fine.
117.
That's how you want to look at it.
Sounds great. Tryhard 117 it is. I love it. But yeah, there's been a lot of good TV lately.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of good TV.
Let's see. What was I watching? Oh, I finished up. Have you watched any of Mindhunter on Netflix yet?
I don't know what that is.
It's a show about the FBI when they were first starting like the serial killer.
No.
It's
like research into serial killers and stuff like that.
The guy who made Seven.
David Ayer.
David Fincher.
Or Fincher, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think.
And how dare you confuse Ayer and Fincher, man. Just,
Anyways.
Just playing. But yeah, it's about the FBI, and they're like, we should study like psychopaths and find out why they cut people's heads off.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird to think about that?
Yeah, just like, we should probably do this.
Yeah, but like at that time, it was frowned upon. They're like, why would you want to do that? We already have our stuff set up the way it needs to be set up.
Yeah, and they were like, no, let's go interview the criminals. Mm-hmm. What? So I don't know. It's kind of it's a weird watch because at this point there's a million detective shows out there, and but it is interesting the actors are great on the show.
Yeah.
But it is cool for like figuring out that like a lot of homicidal serial killers base their killings off of like sexual desire. Like, it's a revolutionary
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
You know what I
Because
mean?
at that time it was.
Yeah.
Because at that time the thought process was, okay, we caught them, we're done, they're in jail.
Yeah.
Why do we need to learn anything else?
When was this?
When was this made?
No,
It's
like-
in the 60s
Yeah,
and
it's
70s.
like
I think.
68, 69,
Yeah.
the first season.
Yeah,
but-
but it's really well shot. It's
Yeah.
really moody. It's weird though because there's not really a villain to the show. It's just like
Outside of the people who murdered people?
Well, yeah,
that, but there's no like. Well, actually, there kind of is an antagonist.
there is, but it's not like okay, they're gonna, in Dexter, it's like he's gonna have to deal with the Trinity
Yeah.
Killer this season
because
it's not really like that.
in that show, it's kind of BTK.
Yeah, BTK is
Yeah,
like
BTK is like the main villain of that.
What is BTK?
BTK was the bind, torture, kill serial killer who he lived like a double life. Like he had a serial killer side, but he also had a family at the same time too, which was completely unheard of because they thought at that point in time you couldn't have both.
What would he buy? What does it mean?
Bind.
Bind.
Oh,
Bind.
bind.
He would tie people up and torture them.
Oh,
and kill
man.
them.
That's crazy.
He wasn't caught until like 04 or something like that.
Wow.
yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird how many just freaky people are out there.
Oh, I
It's-
That we don't even know about.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That's the scariest thing is like knowing that you could walk by someone and they could be like somebody insane.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about this yesterday. I saw on Instagram the guy who's the new Terminator, the guy who plays
Wasn't he Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider in the Marvel stuff. He was on his Instagram. He was just at the bowling alley, and he looks like a regular ass dude. And like he's like that famous to where he's definitely making a great living, but like not recognizable. And I was like, man, I could just at any time be bowling next to this guy.
Yeah.
And he's not in our area. I'm just
Well,
Well,
saying.
I'm sure after like Terminator, people will recognize him
Yeah.
a little more.
Well, that's the beauty of that's why I love cemeteries so much. Is that everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Like I love learning. The cemetery is a fascinating place because that's the end of people's stories.
It's also where you hide the bodies, right?
It's
where you put the bodies.
It's so weird that you like cemeteries. to
Yeah,
me.
well, it's not so much I like cemeteries, as I like the idea that I can learn about people.
Because to me, I with you, I would figure like the cemetery would be the last place you would ever want to go.
No. I think the cemetery is a very calming. Like it's not like one of those things where I'd go hang out at a cemetery. But if I see an old cemetery, like to me it says people were here before you, and it's like people use the word humbling incorrectly all the time, and I don't want to use that word, but it makes you more aware that people were there before you, and that no matter where you're at in this world, whether you're in Mitchell, South Dakota, or Dallas, Texas, or driving somewhere in between,
Yeah.
that somebody was there. Somebody's seen that. Somebody's experienced it. Someone's lived a full life that ended in this area. And that to me is fascinating. And I like to learn about how, as Green Lantern says, I like to try to find the oldest gravestone. Yeah, that's fascinating to me.
I love looking at names just because I mean you could see name trends in a cemetery, like based on dates. Like in 80 years you're gonna see 8,000 Atticuses in the cemetery. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. And Lunar Sniper says, I feel the same way when I visit historical spots in England. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I bet you that is cool.
There's no historical spots in England.
Yeah, as Esla says, someone braver than me traveled here before me. Exactly. Someone, you think about as really like, we think of like the United States, right? How 1700s, it kind of, from 1776 over, how the U.S. just kind of civilization went from the eastern portion over to the western portion, right? For the most part, just kind of sprawled, right? So at some point, somebody had to have been like, I'm going to go there, and I'm going to start this town.
Yeah.
And I'm going to incorporate this town. And this is now a town. There's a bunch of us living here. This is now a town called whatever, And I think that's fascinating. I love the idea of people starting something out of nothing.
When we were in LA on our road trip, or on our Hollywood tour, we were driving through the mountains, and Grayson was like, "Could you imagine trying to walk over this shit to find where the ocean was?"
Yeah. Like to me, that's what's
Where's
so
the
fascinating.
goddamn sea?
Yeah. Like just picturing people, like even in like Utah, they're just like, God dang, how many mountains are here? Like,
Yeah.
Where do I go?
Peter says, I get what Craig is saying, but it just doesn't inspire me. I just want to live up to those expectations and know I can't.
You
Not much inspires
you need to
Peter.
drop your enthusiasm attitude way down when you're reading Peter.
You're gonna need to make this like a 5, like a 5 out of 10 review.
Yeah,
You're explaining it to Peter for him to get really interested in it.
I get what Kirk is saying,
There you go.
but it doesn't inspire me.
Don't forget to adjust your glasses a little bit.
I just want to live up to those expectations, and I know I can't.
I'm not even going to try to.
I'm telling you,
Come
every
on,
morning
Peter.
he wakes
I'm
up,
not even going to try
Come
to.
on.
he
Peter.
can sense us talking good about something. He's like, oh, here we go. There we go.
Brett Suck says, well, my ancestors were Irish settlers trying to get away from the potato famine, so a lot of them probably died in the trip, which is amazing.
I thought you said potato family at first.
Yeah,
it's like,
it's
there's
amazing.
a family of potatoes chasing after him?
Yeah, pretty awesome stuff, you know? Like, everybody's got an amazing story, and I think that's the thing that, that's the thing, is like, people read stories all the time. They read books all the time. They want to go on adventures all the time, and you know, I was talking to Brad about this while we were at Disney last week, right? So we're at Disney, and Disney has this thing called the Disney Vacation Club, right? Yeah. And Disney Vacation Club is essentially a timeshare service that they run, and what's fascinating was they have these like different kiosks set up throughout the parks to try to get you to go to one of their presentations, right? And on these kiosks they have mountains and oceans and all these other exotic places in the world that you may want to go.
Uh-huh.
And I was talking to Brad about it. I was like, hey, what's fascinating thing about this is that people save for years to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Disney World, they're like, wouldn't it be great to be somewhere else?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, it's fascinating. But everybody has a story. And I think that's, you know, I would love, if I could retire, if it was like, okay, I'm good. Money wasn't an object. I would just go and I would do 30 for 30s, not on Dennis Rodman, but on just the most random ass people. And like that to me is like, I just think that everybody is unique.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not everybody gets a trophy unique, but everybody is unique in that you have a unique story. And while some stories have similarities to them, everybody's gone through hardships. Everybody's gone through triumphs, and it's just crazy to think about. So, you know. Oh, speaking of Brad, he's going to be in tomorrow morning. We're going to be streaming together. So make sure
What are you playing?
I think we're going to play Super Mario World because I don't think my brother's ever played it.
Okay.
So it should be fun. But
is he going to play it?
Yeah, he's going to play. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it. So we'll see how it goes. But we'll see. Brett Sugg says, Craig retiring, he's going to be streaming in his 70s. Brett, I hope to God.
I hope you're not.
I hope to God I'm not streaming in my 70s.
Yeah, no.
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 I don't hope any of us are streaming in our 70s.
If we're streaming in our 70s, we've failed.
Massively.
Like
Massively. Speaking of, you can help support the stream by your direct donations, your bits, and your subscriptions by helping move that health bar. We had a great start.
Yeah, great, huge start. We're losing a little bit of momentum here. Let's keep it going. We're trying to hit our goals up and move the meter.
It has been 27 minutes since the health bar moved.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, the baby.
No.
Whenever you were younger in the house, was there consoles that were bought for individuals, or was it for like the family? Like whenever y'all had a Super Nintendo, was that yours or was that the family?
Before we do that, I want to tell you I'm moving on to the head unit, which is without a doubt the most fun part. That means the torso is complete.
What?
Look at it. I got opening port exhaust valves and a rocket booster for his fucking back.
Wow.
Yeah! Look at that. Yeah!
Nice.
Get in there. Okay. Head unit. Anyways, what about the consoles?
Go get on that head.
Yeah, but whenever consoles were bought in your house, were they for individuals or for the family?
Certainly they're a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something like, that's not a toy. That's an investment.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, you know, you're spending $100 on something. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets a piece of that, baby. You know what I mean?
Did you hog it?
Well, yeah.
Because I saw somebody in the chat that was like, Craig always hogged the SNES.
Well, I wouldn't say hogged it. I would say I was the one who played it. I was the one who was interested in video games, as opposed to, other things. So
So what do you-
hey, real quick, Jay Tillis, thanks so much for converting from a Prime
Yeah.
to a Tier 1
There we
sub.
go.
That's
And the
awesome.
number goes up.
There it
Yes.
is.
Climbing back to 1,500.
So what was like the first console that was bought for you, or that you bought?
It was the
yourself?
first console that I bought.
Yeah. Okay. So what was that?
Xbox 360?
Wow.
Maybe Xbox? No, Xbox.
OG Xbox.
No, I didn't own an Xbox. My buddy did.
Uh-huh.
And I played his Xbox. But Xbox 360 was probably my first one that I purchased for myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was given a PlayStation for Christmas one year. I was as a gift from my parents. That is the only console I've ever been. Someone's ever like my brother gave me his Genesis.
Yeah.
That's the only console. Like I bought my own PS2. I bought with allowance and
Yeah.
working for my neighbor, the Shuri lady and
Oh,
stuff
I remember.
like that.
Yeah.
Like I bought my PS2, bought my 360. Yeah, the PlayStation was the one. But I was an only child. I didn't have to share
Yeah.
with anybody.
My mom bought me a Nintendo from a garage sale that came with Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, Kabuki Quantum Fighter
That's on the what?
on the regular
Kabuki
Nintendo.
Quantum
Okay, yeah.
Fighter.
Oh, yeah. Can we...
It's a great game.
What is this?
It's like a
hit
side
people with your hair.
scrolling. Yeah, it's a side scrolling action.
Oh,
game.
Skullgirls?
Kind of, yeah. And
I just
then
gotta stand a little
I
bit.
also
You're
got
fine.
Wheel of Fortune. And then I didn't get another console for myself until I got a PS1, but I had to give it to my brother because I kicked the lid off of his OG PlayStation. And I had to give it to him on my birthday, which really sucked. So technically I didn't get anything on my birthday that year. And then after that I got a GameCube.
I remember for us, I think at least for me, I was always jealous of people who had handhelds.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have a Genesis.
Oh, I had a Game Boy Advance.
Uh,
Forgot about that.
my brother got a Game Gear one year.
Mm-hmm.
He got a Game Gear, and I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" And I remember playing Batman Returns and Paperboy on the Game Gear. No, it wasn't a Game Gear. It was an Atari Lynx. I'm sorry, an Atari Lynx because you could play it on your right or left side.
Yep.
Yes.
I remember the Atari Lynx.
Man, talk about a black. Like I think the Lynx was actually the first color screen.
I thought Game Gear was that. I thought Game Gear had that before the Lynx.
I don't know, one of the two. It was just a long time ago. But yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, but for me it was definitely always family as opposed to, just something you share. When you invest something that much, absolutely. So hey, one of the things that I always like to do back in the day of I always said that if we did another podcast, I'd want it to be broken up into segments and stuff.
Okay.
But one of the things I always like to do, because they're funny, is talk about funny stories from around the internet. So I wanted to bring some. I Googled a few. I wanted to share them with you. Funny and interesting stories.
Okay.
Is that okay?
What you
If
got?
you sit down,
No, I don't want to sit
you're
down.
making me anxious. You making me
I need to
anxious.
stand, man. What do you want me to do? I'm going to stand up. I want to stretch my legs. What do you want me to do? I'm in shot. It's good. It's
Well,
okay.
I want you to sit down.
But I don't want to sit down. You can't make me sit down. I want to preside over you.
Okay.
I just need to stretch my legs, dude.
It's fine.
Come on, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a sandwich. No, I'm not gonna tell you a sandwich. I'm just gonna. This is just amazing stories. Here's the thing. I'm gonna read you the what?
I don't know.
I'm
The thing
standing
about
up
airplane
because
food.
Amazing
I'm gonna
stories.
stand up because I need to stretch my legs.
What's
I
the,
don't want to
just
be sitting up.
tell me the story. It's no big deal.
All right. Message in a bottle with family members' ashes found in Florida.
Gross.
Pretty awesome. I'm going to read the story. A piece of lost property turned into a Florida sheriff deputy after being found on a beach wound up being a message in a bottle that contained the ashes of a beloved family member. The Walton County Sheriff's Office said Sergeant Paula Pendleton was on patrol Thursday when she was given a piece of, quote, lost property found on a Gulf of Mexico beach. The item turned out to be a bottle containing 2 notes, 4 $1 bills, and a small pouch of human ashes. What?
Gross.
Yeah. The bottle contained the cremation ashes of my. This is the note. One of the notes says, "This bottle contains the cremation ashes of my son Brian, who suddenly and unexpectedly passed on March 9th, 2019.
I bet he suddenly passed.
More than anything, he longed to be free, so I'm sending him on one last adventure." The note said Brian Mullins of Dallas, Texas, died at age 39. Another note said, "Hi, my name is Peyton. When my father passed, I was 14 years old."
Hang on. There's more than one note in this bottle?
2 notes in the bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me finish the story.
I know.
Hi, my name is Peyton. When my father passed, I was 14 years old. It has struck our whole family pretty hard, and so far it has been a very hard road. But like my granny said, he loved to be free. So that's exactly what we're doing, she wrote. See? So she wrote a note.
So what's up with the money?
Well, the note said the $4 enclosed in the bottle was meant to cover the cost of the phone call to the family to let them know where the bottle ended up.
Huh.
Isn't that interesting?
Why
That's kind of cool.
Why are there 2 bodies in the bottle?
No,
No,
two notes.
two
One is
not
from
2
the
bodies.
wife. One is from the daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why are there 2 bodies?
I thought there was 2 separate
no,
ash.
no,
Okay,
no.
that makes that's a little easier to take. I
Yeah.
got you.
But anyways, it was just interesting.
I just pictured like a body crammed into a bottle just out in the sea.
I was waiting for something sinister.
No.
develop.
Just
In this day and age, I understand why you would think that.
Yeah.
interesting stories. Interesting stories that I thought were like, how fun.
Gotcha.
Would you like something? This is I saw this and I thought of you, Grayson.
Okay, what you got?
I don't know how this exists. I don't know how this exists in 2019.
Uh-huh.
What's the deal with Six Flags? All right, I'll sit down. Fine.
What's the deal
You're
with
fine.
Six Flags?
No, I'm clearly not.
It's okay.
What you got for me, Craig?
Damn it.
What's wrong?
Gotta sit down.
What?
Six Flags seeks brave pairs for 30-hour couples coffin challenge.
No.
A Maryland theme park is challenging couples to spend 30 hours together in an unusual tight space for the 30-hour coffin challenge. The competition, part of Six Flags American's Fright Fest 2019, will see 6 couples of any sort, romantic pairs, family members, or friends spending 30 hours in a coffin together from 4 p.m. September 27th to 10 p.m. September 28th. The couples will be allowed to have friends nearby during park hours, but they'll be alone and the park is closed. That is alone save for some Fright Fest ghouls who will be, quote, lurking about in the darkness. The participants will not be allowed to use their smartphones or other electronic devices except, quote, during designated break times. Anyone who gets out of the coffin for any reason, with the exception of designated bathrooms or meal breaks, will be automatically disqualified and not eligible to win the contest, the park said. The couple remaining at the end of the 30-hour challenge will receive $600, a pair of 2020 gold season passes, and a, quote, Fright Fest prize package. Participants will potentially be exposed to fog, dramatic lighting, flash photography, and extreme weather conditions.
What?
For $600?
What a pathetically underwhelming prize.
Yeah.
Prize.
It's like
holy-
you get $600.
I was thinking, Parker sounds like he wants in on this.
Let's fucking go.
Parker, what if we got you registered for this? And you,
What, to sleep in a coffin?
the 30 hours, you and Chase did it for 30 hours.
Why do I have to be with Chase?
Because you
Who
need
else would you
Why
do
do I
with?
have to be with Chase? Wow.
Let's do it alone?
No, you
I
have.
would
It
hate
has.
sharing
It
everything.
has to be 2 people.
It has to be 2 people.
It has to be a couple.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it's got to be a couple. What if you and Chase cuddled
you-
up?
Find someone with low enough blood pressure so it'll feel like they're not there.
I'm pretty sure you just sleep. You just sleep for 30
I
hours.
probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
600.
what if
No,
you
you're
and
good.
Chase went up there? We paid for your flights. You guys went up there and you did this for 30 hours.
If it was Parker and Chase together, I don't think they could make the
I
30 hours.
don't
think they could. That would be like that'd be like you and I getting put into the coffin together. First of all, I don't think the coffin's going to be big enough for you and I.
No.
I think that is.
I think that's
is-
very underwhelming. I agree.
Yeah.
No, listen.
$600 and a pass. To
You guys
fucking
just
Six Flags?
calm down.
Who
Just-
cares about Six Flags?
No,
anymore?
you guys just stop. Listen, it's $600,
Uh-huh.
$300 a piece, a pair, 2.
You have to split the prize.
Yeah.
2.
Oh my god.
2020 gold season passes, and you guys are forgetting the best part, a Fright Fest prize package.
You know it's gonna be like
What?
a T-shirt. It's gonna be like a T-shirt, a stuffed animal, and a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you could go and eat at any of the restaurants on the theme park ground. Like, get fucked.
That's it. Not knocking the story. It's I'm glad
No,
you brought it
No,
up.
it's a great story, but like,
But fuck,
$600
how fucking dare you?
for 30 hours in a coffin where people are gonna fuck with you the whole time?
Between two people?
That's like going on Fear Factor, eating a freaking like horse penis, and then only getting $5 for it.
Yeah.
Canuck says that's $10 an hour per person. Or Edgemess says that's $10 an hour per person.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? For sleeping?
I mean,
Saying.
are you sleeping? Are you
Just
standing
saying.
up or laying down?
Huh?
Are you laying down in this? or
Yeah,
you
you're laying
standing
down. Yeah.
No.
No.
I mean,
No,
10,
thank you.
$10 for doing nothing. I think that's pretty great. That's what Parker gets.
That's what I'm thinking. It's not
Like,
even
there's
that.
no way I would do that.
That's awesome.
No way.
Wow, that's funny. Wes says, "How about I pay $600 to torture all the people who are torturing people in the coffins?" There you go, Wes.
I bet you the people that are there at night messing with the people in the coffin make more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's funny. That's awesome. That's great. Look at that. Darminder Man has resub Prime for 14 months.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you so much, Darminder Man. Getting that health bar moving. Once
Look
again,
at that
solid-
head.
Look at that little head. Can you get a nice zoom on that head over there, Parker?
Give me a head zoom right
Zoom
here.
in on that head. Oh man.
Craig, would you end up doing that, the coffin thing?
No.
That's all I got.
Nice.
It's a nice headshot right
Like
there.
that. And I'm gonna put it on this I'm gonna put it on this body. Look at that. I like the pink. I'm gonna put this one in my computer case when I'm done. It's all coming together.
It's nicer than you've gone
So,
further than I thought you would.
Is that for each couple that gets the $600, or for all the people that stay?
Yeah, I wonder.
How many coffins are there?
Like, how do you? Yeah, I don't know.
Did they say 6 couples? Because if so, that's $100 each. Yeah, that really fucking sucks.
What is that?
Okay, you made it 30 hours. Here's $100 and a Fright Fest package. Enjoy your complimentary tokens.
I might do it just to tell them to eat my ass when I'm done. Like, oh, thanks, you piece of shit.
Take their money and throw
Yeah.
it back at them like a
Wipe-
total ass.
wipe
Take
your
your
ass.
Fright Fest pack back.
Uh,
Oh man.
30 hours, like $800. I'd do it.
800?
I'd do it.
Nah, I'm talking about like $2,000.
Yeah, maybe,
It's only
yeah.
30 hours.
That's 30 hours is longer than you think it is.
The,
dude.
but here's the thing: the amount of publicity they're getting out of this is far worth the $600 investment. that
Oh,
they're
yeah,
putting in,
I
you
know.
know, like it's insane. Just the fact that this is on this website is free pub.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, just keep it.
I
free
had to
there.
focus. It's okay.
Nice. All right, look, we got about 20 minutes left in the stream. This has been really fun, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this Try Hard podcast.
This Try Hard podcast, not a build stream. Try Hard podcast. Try Hard podcast. Try Hard podcast.
Number 117, apparently.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go, Jedi Master Shark. Let's fucking push this thing, guys.
With 200 bits and the extra 20 bonus bits, says I'll give you $6 and a Klondike bar.
Man, I'll take the Klondike bar.
Yo.
I love
Yo.
Klondike bars.
Man, Stupid Oni came in with a $50 donation. I was like, hell yes, let's go. And we're still rolling.
We're still rolling.
That does about 2 hearts by itself. But let's keep it rolling. We got an opportunity for a hell of a push. Yeah, Havoc, thanks so much for being our big pickle.
How did you find that story?
I searched funny stories.
That's a funny one.
You didn't search amazing stories?
No. Would you like it? Here, I'll tell you what.
Search amazing.
I
This
will.
is why we need to get you on Reddit. Like we need a Craig Reddit,
Yeah.
a Reddit show or Reddit stream.
Hey, can we talk about what you're gonna do next Tuesday or whenever it is?
Yeah,
coming up?
yeah. We're doing top 11s live starting next Tuesday. We wanted to do like when we first did Game Attack or when we first started streaming. I was like, why don't we just make content but make it live?
Uh-huh.
And now I'm gonna fucking do it.
We actually had somebody come into the chat yesterday asking about the top 11s, which
Well,
was
there you
awesome.
go.
And we're like, yeah, we're doing it Tuesday live.
We're doing it
Yeah,
live.
You're doing top 11 fight scenes live Tuesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Central Time. On the what's the date of that?
What's the date, Chase? Next week.
What's the
For the top 11?
yeah? What's the date? What's the date on Tuesday?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think it's Tuesday.
the 17th.
There we go.
There
All
it
right, so
is.
here's the thing. Amazing Stories gives me a television series. How about I search Amazing News Stories?
There you go.
How's that sound?
Great.
Sounds good.
Jafar, if he's our man, if he can't do it, great.
Okay, here we go.
What you got?
This is all that's interesting. .com. It looks like it's loading. I know.
Man.
I know the. You can cut the tension with a knife right now.
Legit. If we saw you read it, you would be like, "A whole world."
Yeah.
I know.
Speaking of the DeVille goes top 11 Gilmer landmarks.
No.
Here we go.
There's not enough.
There's not enough.
This is the first one. First one coming up on allthatinteresting.com.
Okay.
Japan considers dumping radioactive Fukushima water into the Pacific.
Why?
Sounds great.
Over 1 million tons of radioactive water has been collected in the wake of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster. Now it has to go somewhere. When 3 of 6 reactor cores melted down in Fukushima after the magnitude 9 earthquake off Japan's northeast coast caused a tsunami in March 2011, it created the second worst nuclear disaster after Chernobyl. I didn't
even know it was a thing that happened.
I didn't know that was. Wow, that's fascinating.
I didn't even know nuclear
So
disasters
the fuck
happen.
just drop it in the Pacific?
Throw it away.
According to the Telegraph, officials are now considering dumping the collected radioactive waste side into the Pacific Ocean. Tokyo Electric Power Company has thus far collected 1 million tons of water, comprised of both groundwater that leaked into the nuclear plant's basement and coolant that kept the plant's fuel core from melting. TEPCO initially claimed the water only contained tritium, but newly uncovered government documents have shown otherwise. Tritium is merely an isotope of hydrogen and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So anyways, that's the first thing that we see.
Chase with a hot take says, Chase probably knows way more about this than I do. He says it's just going to dilute into the water. Everything's going to be fine.
I don't believe that.
Was Fallout fine?
You know what happened with Godzilla?
Got,
Yeah, exactly. Skynet, robots.
yeah.
Godzilla fine!
Exactly.
Do we, like, nuclear power, what does that power now? What does nuclear power at this time right now?
Microwaves.
Your word. Be
I
afraid,
need
Craig.
my hot pockets.
Be afraid, Craig.
My cell phone? Like, I'm just curious. Like, what does it power?
Hair dryers.
I mean, this is a legit question. Let me do a quick Google.
Nuclear power still power?
Yeah.
Government facilities?
What does nuclear power
Hit him again!
power? I don't know. Listen, Parker, I love your off mic comments.
Yeah, you guys are saying so much intelligent shit. It's too bad no one can fucking hear you because you're not on a mic and you're in the other area of the office. That's too bad.
Jedi Master Shark with 200 bits saying, I know far more about radiation and nuclear shit than I care to ever know, and I can tell that is a colossally bad idea. That is
There you
true.
go,
If anybody
Jedi.
know it, it'd be
Jedi Master Shark guards the shit.
Okay, nuclear power. This is Duke Energy. I'm guessing it's a nuclear power thing. A clean energy resource. Nuclear energy. Nuclear energy originates from the splitting of uranium atoms, a process called fission. This generates heat to produce steam, which is used by a turbine generator to generate electricity. Because nuclear power plants do not burn fuel, they do not produce greenhouse gas emissions. By reliably providing power 24 hours a day, nuclear power is an important part of the energy mix necessary to meet electricity demands. And with no carbon emissions, it will remain an important clean energy resource of the future.
Cool.
That's according to an energy.
It's easy. It's easy to hear the word nuclear and be like, "Oh, cool, radiation."
Well, that's also from a company that produces nuclear power, so I'm sure it's very
Hey, boys, remember what we talked about?
Shut your mouth.
It's just like thinking about like they start dumping that into the Pacific. Man, I feel bad for those fish.
I mean, some fish are gonna die, right?
Some, like they're gonna be looking up like, what's that stuff?
I am positive.
Oh.
I am positive. People will die.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna eat the fish that were contaminated, and then all hell's gonna break loose.
It's just like
zombies.
Going back. Hey, listen. Going back to the story. My story of cemeteries. You like, listen.
Hey, Linda.
Hey, Linda, listen.
Linda, listen.
Who's Linda?
Linda, honey.
Linda, it's the
No
kid.
pop.
This goes back to my story of when I went to
Wait,
New Orleans.
I know this is really important first. Do you not know the Linda kid? Hey, Linda, listen.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you don't know? Oh, we're showing you that.
What do you-
after
I don't
this.
even know what you're talking
Show
about.
you later.
Listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay.
Sounds familiar.
You were in New Orleans.
This goes back to my story of cemeteries in New Orleans. I went there and I saw a big grave, and I googled the guy's name, found out that the guy had died from arsenic poisoning. Have I told you this story before?
I think
you have. I remember it.
But the long and short of it is, a farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it
told me
was a
this.
farmer who had revenge on another farmer or something. So he killed one of his calves or something, with arsenic. The one farmer whose calf was killed went out to open it up to see if there was anything wrong with it internally. Opened it up, didn't clean up after it. Then the chickens ate the innards of the calf that had been killed by arsenic. And then the man ate the chickens who had arsenic, and then the man died.
Yeah. So
think about that if you're going to be popping radioactive material into the water.
What an idiot.
I'm just saying, it's especially like we get a lot of seafood from overseas too, Just saying, like,
thank God I don't eat that much seafood.
Yeah.
Especially if they're about to drop that in there.
All the F's in the chat. That's right, Jetpack McQuack. All the F's. Ridiculous.
Man, that's how Deep Rising starts, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get a gigantic tentacle monster, and we got to get on jet skis and get out the boat at the end with a gigantic explosion.
Yeah,
Let's fucking go.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go hit up Treat Williams ASAP.
Honestly, go ahead.
Get on the mic. Get on the mic.
We don't have enough money.
Yeah, we
And
do.
walk over and get on the microphone.
Yep.
Yeah, if they drop it in there, do not eat seafood. They might have already done it. For all we know, they could have secretly done that shit. We don't know. Anyone else see the new Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer out this year? Tokyo Game Show. Nope.
No, I didn't watch. What's
not
going on
watched
at Tokyo Game Show? Tell us, chat.
Is that happening right now?
I don't know. I know that they're supposed to show more Project Resistance at Tokyo Game Show. That and FF7 are supposed to be like the big deals this year. So, and Capcom will probably announce another Resident Evil as well.
Yeah, Tokyo Game Show starts today.
Oh, wow.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonder if there's press conferences and shit.
49 minutes of Death Stranding gameplay, apparently. God, we were just talking to Stat about that, too.
What's
Stat
that?
was just like, well, at least they're not betaing the hell out of it and showing all this gameplay. Stat, if you're listening,
Mm-hmm.
get fucked.
Death Stranding is the Hideo Kojima game where you walk around and pull off your infected toenails, and other than that, nobody knows anything about it except for Jeff Keighley's going to be in it as a bit part. The guy gives you some side missions,
And
probably.
every villain's named Man.
Yeah.
Die Hard Man.
Die Hard. There's a villain called Die Hard Man in it.
Yeah.
But my God.
Lots of interesting stuff. Tokyo Game Show. I've been to 2 of them.
Have you really?
Yeah. I've been to 2 Tokyo Game Shows, and it is something where it's too much, man. Tokyo Game Show is just too much.
I was thinking about this. I think that PAX Prime or PAX West is the only like gaming show that I genuinely like to go to.
That's the only thing that I haven't done yet now is go to an actual like convention of some sort. I've never been to like a
E3
big
fucking
game.
sucks.
I
PAX,
understand that like it sucks, but I still want to go to say that I went.
So if I was to rank the events as far as, I don't know, for whatever, my ranking, I don't care. I would say I probably get most excited for E3. I could honestly kind of care less about PAX, but if I go, it
physically going.
Yes, physically going to PAX.
You like physically going to E3?
Yeah, I do. I do like going to. I do like going to E3. And am I over it? Sure. But that's the one I get the most excited for, I think. And I'm talking about like big industry events. And TGS is cool just because it's in Tokyo, right? But it's too much, man. Imagine like 2 big airplane hangars, like filled to the brim with people, shoulder to shoulder, and that's essentially what TGS is. I will say this: I'm one of the few lucky people who have played. Remember they had the Mega Man Maker a long time ago, the Mega Man Universe game?
I remember hearing about it.
Yeah, I got to play the demo that year before they canceled it, and that was pretty awesome. Yeah, there's one of the big airplane hangars, park cars that pulled up on the side over there. But yes, Lucifer's Angel says, Ono is obviously the best event of the year. Well, Ono doesn't count because Ono is something we do, and
Yeah.
Ono is something that
We're biased.
only 150 people are going to go to this
Yeah.
year, which is great. So, but yes, so, which by the way, the website should be up here in the next couple of days. Probably today. Would it be weird to post the website and hype trailer on September 11th?
Why? I
I don't know. September 11th is kind of an important day.
I mean, yeah,
So maybe wait till tomorrow to do that.
I guess. I don't know.
But I don't want to be like insensitive and be like, hey, guess what? This great thing's happening.
What is insensitivity, though?
I don't know. I mean, look, September 11th is a really important day to me personally, so I don't want to you know, damn it, Parker, don't close that other window. I wanted to see the. Okay, yeah, pull it up there. There you go.
Look at that head.
Damn it,
Oh,
Parker.
yeah. Look at that.
Way to go, buddy.
It's a nice looking head.
That's a nice looking head.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that I kind of want to check off and say that I went to.
Yeah. Well,
That's just like Kid Grayson being like, you know what? I'd like to see that sometime.
I
yes.
feel you.
Well, cool. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah.
Should we keep going? I mean, technically we have 8 minutes. I don't want to force anything. This is a podcast after all.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, you're gonna try to get there?
Yeah. I'm still building. Look at that.
Look at him
Why
go.
would we cut it there? Look at that.
We don't have anything to talk about.
Oh, there's always stuff to talk about.
Do you have things to talk about?
Well, I was reading this article. Sean and I were talking about this earlier, and it was on IGN, and it was about Ubisoft. And they were talking to the head of Ubisoft about how long their games are going to be, and they were asking them if they're going to make smaller games anymore. And the article is, let me bring it up real quick, because I want to show you this.
Please.
Because it just makes me laugh, because it makes it sound like that they're completely shutting down smaller games.
Yeah, the article makes it way more dramatic than it actually is. It's
Watch
ridiculous.
the freaking article.
Well, let me
be
tell you
gone
this
now.
real quick regarding Ono. We are 60 days out from tickets going on sale.
Yep.
So one and only 2 tickets. They're gonna be going on sale this year, November 11th. So 11/11.
Okay, so the article is Ubisoft will not return to creating shorter games, says CEO.
Okay.
In it, it says, talking to Uves Guillemot, which I've probably destroyed his name.
Yeah, you have.
He said no to the question if the company would ever return to the games of the scale of Assassin's Creed Unity, in which the main story could be easily finished in 15 hours. There's a very brief trip compared to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which averages on about 60 hours of player time. Then it continues on to go, our goal is to make sure that you can have a Unity within an Odyssey, which is their 2 different games. Unity is the smaller one, Odyssey is the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
Says, how do you actually pronounce his last name? Do you know how to pronounce it?
It's Yves Gumon.
Gumon.
Something like that, I don't know.
Saying if you want to have a story 15 hours, you can have it, but you can also have other stories. You live in that world and you pursue what you want to pursue. You have an experience, many Unity-like experiences. So he's saying that you can do the 15-hour adventure if you want, but there's also going to be this bigger world as well.
Peter probably wrote that one.
Yeah. So
Peter,
like
you met?
reading that, it makes you seem like they're just like, nope, it's only going to be huge games from here on out. Whenever all he's saying is, yeah, it's going to be a big game. but
Read
you
the
can- you can
articles.
finish it.
Read
Like,
the
it's-
articles.
It's crazy. Like
I'm just
whenever I
looking at
read
the
that, I was like,
So what's
Man.
what's the headline?
the headline is Ubisoft will not return to creating shorter games. Says
Okay.
CEO.
And they said, well, that's what he said.
But he's not necessarily saying that to a certain extent. He's just saying that there's going to be bigger games, but there's also going to be ways that you could finish it in a shorter time as well. He's just saying that he's just they want to continue to make open world games, but like
They're as short as you want them to be. That's all I say.
yeah.
Nadia, thanks so much for resubbing Prime for 9 months. Congratulations on your Game Attack child. It's awesome. Thank you, Nadia. Appreciate that. But yeah.
We have I want to give it a heads up. We have Death Days back on the channel if you're watching.
You made it this far.
Yes. Death Days is Friday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/GameAttackTeam. We have September going on with Mario Party on the way if we hit 2,000 subs. So get over here to Twitch. But yeah, this was fun. I think we can wrap it there, no problem.
Cool. Sounds good. Once again, if you are new to the channel over on YouTube, or if you haven't hit the follow button or subscribe button, please do that and turn on the notification bells.
Yep.
And we'll be back. We're back live this afternoon for a build stream. This will go up before. I'm sorry, for the board game
Yeah, it's
stream.
board game stream this
Yeah,
afternoon.
board game stream at
Yep.
4, which is last time we did that was almost a year ago, and some people say it was their favorite stream we've ever done.
Yeah.
So we got some really good stuff planned.
Yep.
Parker's playing a lot of good stuff, and so make sure you guys tune in for that at 4 o'clock today. And if you guys enjoyed this, consider giving this video a thumbs up on YouTube.
Oh,
Nice.
man, I fucking hate that.
Yeah, sounds good.
Huh?
What?
It's rough.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.